In this video, this is what we are going to be recreating today. We are going to learn how to import and animate 3D objects inside DaVinci Resolve. So let's get straight into it. So in the edit page of DaVinci Resolve, first thing you want to do is create a new timeline. And I'm going to uncheck project settings, go to format and use vertical resolution. Use 30 frames per second. Create that. Okay, so we have our timeline now. Bring in a new fusion composition. Get our clip and make sure our fusion composition is about the same length as our clip, which is about 4 seconds long. I'm going to delete this one and open our fusion composition in the fusion page. In the fusion page we have this, and we're just going to bring our clip here, which we're going to replicate. F2, name it, just name it clip, enter. I'm going to get a background node, connect this background node to this one, and I'm going to take this to this viewer here. So we're going to watch the clip here, do our own in the second viewer here. So since we are going to be working in 3D space, we just need to disconnect this. We need an image plane, we need a mesh 3D, we need a camera 3D, and we need a renderer 3D, and connect them in that order. And you see this, so you're not going to see anything because the camera, if I take this merge this way, you're going to see that the camera is on the same plane as the background, so you won't see anything. So if I go to the camera and move the Z value backwards, you see something. If I move it backwards to about 1.6, you see that. Well, let's then we go to the background, move it backwards. Let's go to the background, move it backwards till it's, yes, somewhere around there, and then we scale it up like that. So in the how we are going to create the background, let's take this clip here. I'm just going to move 1 2 3 4 frames forward. We're just going to make it a little bit red color, not that one, but this one. Good. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use this one. Then I have lens flare here, the lens flare here. I'm just gonna, there's a way that you can add that inside, you can add it inside DaVinci Resolve. So I'm just going to use this one, then get a transform node to this, increase the size using the transform, and I bring it to this side, somewhere around there, and then I go to the mesh node and reduce the blend like that. Yeah, somewhere around there. I think the blend is okay right here. So we are done with the background. The first thing we have to create is this one with a stopwatch, which says stop wasting time coming in, and the stopwatch. So how are we going to do that? We're going to, let's shift this one to this side. So we are going to bring the stopwatch into our workspace. We're going to hit F2, call that watch. So we need text, we need to write this text, stop wasting time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a text node, get a background node. I'm going to use 2 texts for this one, then the alpha value down to 0, connect this one to this, get another text, connect this one to this one. So in this text I'm going to write stop, and in this one I'm going to write wasting time. The font I'm going to use for this wasting time is a vertical rounded compressed, and the one for this one I'm going to use Montserrat. So in order to see it here, get an image plane, connect this one to the image plane, and connect our image plane to this merge here. You see that has appeared here. So come to this text, let's arrange it, go to the layout and move it up like that. You move it to the sides like this. Then you can come to this one, move it here to see that. Okay, then bring it up so that they're close, something like that. Okay, you see that the text, this one is red, so we change the color to red. So we are going to add glow to each of these texts. We're going to just press shift space glow, enter, then here shift space glow. And here, if you look at it here, you see that, let's come back to where we see where see that it's red, the glows. So we're going to try to remove, we can remove the blue, remove the green, and then bump up the glow size. If you put the green back and go for like that, you see, good, that's it. So we have the same type of glow here. Now if you go to your how the animation is, you see that there's a ride on animation for this wasting time. So let's at frame 1 or at frame 0 go come to this text here, keyframe the ride on, go to frame, show somewhere around frame 15, go to frame 15 and keyframe begin, go to the first frame and take it all the way down to 0, go to spline, select all, hit S to smooth that out. Okay, so if we play it now, you see wasting time. Good. Now we have to come to this, we have to come to the animation here. So it's, I'm going to come to this first viewer here and hit Ctrl G to turn on the guides. Come here, Ctrl G, turn on the guides too, so that we can see where we are placing our text or our objects. So if we come back to about this frame, on frame 1, you see, you can come to the image plane now and see that there's a rotation. The Z rotation on this one. Then you can come, take it up like that, take it up here somewhere around there, and I think that's okay. So we can keyframe this one and this one and keyframe the rotation too. So at this level we keyframe it, so we go to where it stops moving, go to frame 25 and you're going to take this like this, return this rotation to 0, return this rotation to 0, pick it up, like that, somewhere around there, then to this side. Then there is like if you see, there is like a Z, you see it's moving backwards. You see it's like it's moving backwards. So we have to add some Z rotation, some Z movement to that. Right, we're just going to move it a little bit so that this text fits here. So we're gonna move it backwards like that. Then we're going to turn it up like that. Go to the side, move it up, move it up again. I think that's cool. So if we play that, let's play that and see what we've done. I I think that's okay. So here, if you see, is at frame 0, at frame Z, come to this merge to here, keyframe the blend, here, then go to frame 0, keyframe the blend and take it down to 0, so that the text does not appear there. And you see, if you play that now, yeah, good. Next thing we have to do is bring in our watch. This is our watch. We get an image plane for the watch, and then we connect it to the merge, 3D merge. I'm going to bring this down here. Good. So you see that the size is too big. We can get a transform node, then take down the size like that. Okay, so that one is, I think, is good. So if we play that now, says now you see that the watch disappears. Let me just turn off motion blur, turn on, and then turn on auto proxy, then go to this and render smart. Then I'm going to come here, half, I'm going to use half. Okay, if you play it now, okay, so what we are going to do is, it stops, it disappears. Well, we find the frame at which the watch disappears. Okay, it disappears at frame 39. So we're going to go to the watch, and you see this whole last frame, we're going to type 39 here, 39. So if we play it now, good. And if you look at it, you're going to see that there's like a dark background around this watch. So how can we do that? We are going to search for shift space and luma key. Add that there, it's going to solve the problem for us. So let's just arrange the values a little bit. Good. Change this one, the channel, to alpha, and I think it's good. If we play that now, we're going to see this. Ooh. You see, it stays there. So now we have to animate it starting to go out of this thing. So we're going to get a 3D transform, shift space 3D transform 3D here, and add another transform 3D here. So go to where the movement starts. Okay, we are moving here. Seems like the size is too small. Let's increase the size. Increase the size here. Increase the size here. So we go to where the movement starts out of, at frame 40. Go to the transform at frame 40, keyframe this one, X and Y. Keyframe the same X and Y for the two transform, reading. Then go to frame 48. Go to the frame, the transform for the watts, and we take it this way and up like that. And then we go forward, go to frame 52, go to the transform for the watch, and take it this way up and out of the screen. So if we play that now, if we look at our animation now, we have this. it stops there. Good. So we can now select these two transform, go into our spline. It's going to be hard. So you select the first two, select up, hit S. Good. Then this one, I'll select this one, S. So if we play that now, nothing happens. Good. So we're done with the first one, and if you play, we're done with the first animation, and if we play it now, see it come. It's good. So now we come to the second one. So we're going to get another. We're going to get another merge node for the second scene. We're just going to name this one S2, meaning scene 2. Enter. Then we're going to connect this merge to this one. In order to create this second scene, we are going to need text too. So we get a text node, get a background node, turn a background value down to alpha value down to 0. In this text, we're going to write outdated. Okay, get another text, write SEO. Now I want you to look at something. If we play it backwards, you're going to see that there is an opacity animation for the practice and not for the SEO. So you see there's an opacity animation for the here. You can use character level styling, but it's going to take us a lot of time. So let's just save time, use another text, and here we're going to write, connect this one. We're going to use the same font here. That's Helvetica rounded compress. Then copy. You can Control C this one, Control V this one, and connect this to here. Now here we can write practice. So after that, add an image plane and connect it to this one. So we have that. Now let's go here to our first outdated. Let's go to where it's actually on the screen, like fully on the screen. Good. Here is better. So we can take it up, we can take it up the sides, like here, and then we come to the SEO, take it up to the sides, and then come to practice. Practices, which you need to add S. Go up to the side. Don't worry about the size, we're going to work on the size using the image plane. Go up. I think that's okay. Then we're going to come to the image plane. Just bring this out. Yep. There. This side. Then we can come to this one. Come to this one. Take it this way. We increase the size. Good. So in order for us to animate the opacity animation, so we go just find where, okay, at frame 52, go to shading, keyframe the opacity, and at frame 60, keyframe the opacity again, go to the first frame 52 and take it down to 0. So you're going to see that. Then come to your image plane. We're going to find out where it is at this point. So we're going to add frame 52. We're going to bring it here and keyframe the value. So at frame 52, we're just going to come to this one, come here, take it to the side like that, with a little bit of Z rotation, take it to the side like that. Yep. Around there, right? Then we're going to keyframe all of this. Boom, boom, boom. So then we're going to go backwards. Okay, at frame 56, we're going to take it down, it comes out from down, take it down. And I think at this level the rotation is even bigger. Okay, so let's take it out. Okay, so if we go forward, yeah, you see that we go forward. At frame 60, we're going to take it all the way up to this side. What we can do is just type 0 because we already arranged it at that level. 0 and 0. Okay, so we shift this one here, take it up, take it up. If you look at where the lens flare is, around the same place, so take it up, and that is it. So now from here we're going to see what happens next. Okay, so you start moving from frame 63. So at frame 62, in order for us not to overload this image plane, we're going to add a transform 3D to this one. We're going to keyframe the value at this. So to keyframe this, and we're going to move how many frames forward. Okay, you see it's from frame 60, it moves to the side. So at frame 75, it moves to the side, it moves up. Yes, not so much. It moves to the side and moves up. And at frame 87, it goes out of the screen from the top here. So we're just going to take that up the sides, take that up, and take it out of the screen like that. So if you play that now, we have that. Good. Same thing, we're just going to do same thing for what we did. We bring in our trash can or our bin, or animated bin. We're going to F2, name that bin. Okay, get an image plane for that. Connect the image plane to this. Let's do that scene 2 merge, 3D merge. And if you play it now, you're going to see that the bin does not come in. Why? But instead the bin comes in at the beginning. If you play it at the beginning, you're going to see it coming in at the beginning. You see, this is it at the beginning. So what do? We are going to do the same thing. Get a transform node, take the size down to 0. Go there. Okay, where do we want it to be? Okay, that is when This is when we have want the transform to be. So you are going to go to this bin, go to keyframes, make sure you zoom all, and then you're going to take this way, take it to this side, make sure it fits the position where. So if let's take it, okay, I think that's okay. Yeah, it's okay, right? And you will still see the darkness around it. So you search for Luma. Okay, add that there. I'm just going to reduce it. Oh, not reduce it, just change it to alpha, and it's going to fix everything. We still need to hold last frame, so let's continue. We're going to see where it stops. Okay, it stops at frame 80. So we're going to go to the bin. We're just going to write hold frame 80. It's the same like here, hold, just write 80, and that's it. It's going to stop there. Good, we can animate it the same way. So we're going to just do this search for a transform 3D, enter transform 3D, and we're going to see where this one starts movement, that is here. And if you okay, you see it moving like that. So from here you're going to keyframe the value from here. That's frame, go to frame 75, keyframe the x and y, then go to where it moves completely, goes out. That's frame 88, and then you move it up like that, move it to the side. Boom. So if we select this one, hit S, then we select this one, so if we play it now, we have that. Good, like that. So the next thing we have to do is create these 4 modern strategies and this ellipses, which is quite simple to do. So first of all, we get a background node, take the alpha value down to 0, get another background node, get an ellipse node, connect the ellipse to your background and background to the background. Make sure you view this here. Come to the ellipse node, create an expression at width, connect the width to your height so that we can have a perfect circle. So if we from here we can move this, let's go to a frame where it is fully in this middle, and then we can move this here. We can increase the size somewhere around there. Okay, so we go to the background, change our background color to blue. No, that one. No, that one. So yeah. So in order for us to create it, we don't need to create 4 of them. We're just going to look for shift space, duplicate, add that there, search for another duplicate, shift space, duplicate, add that there. So what this first duplicate is going to do, we are going to move it like that, and then this second duplicate we are going to move it the y axis like that. So you see. So the next thing we have to do is 1 2 3 4. I'm just going to quickly add them, and then add these modern strategies, and then I'll get back to you. I'm done. Now the next thing I have to do is add blow, which is shift space, and then I'll type blow, enter. And then if we look at it, we look at it there, you look at it, it looks different from what we have there, right? Just come here and set the glow to threshold, and it's going to fix everything. Next thing we have to do is there's nothing we have to animate inside here, so I just shift space G, hit the group, and get an image plane 3D, connect that there, and then connect it to scene 2, more 3D merge. And if we look at it here, boom, that's it. So now we come to our merge, our 3D, then we reduce the size to something like that. We can increase the size again, yeah. And if we look at it, it stops here. This is where, so at this frame it stops here, so we can just keep from this one, maybe there's a rotation there, I don't know. We are going to see, no, there's no rotation, there's no, it's a little bit off, I think. Okay, so this is where it goes out of the screen. Let's kind of see where it's from the bottom there. So we're just going to take it to the side like that, then take it down. I think there's a little bit of rotation here. Let's rotate it like that, and then take it down. Boom. So this one, there's no, which is okay. You can leave it like that if you want, and that is it. So we can go to spline, zoom to fit, select all, hit S, and so we see that now. Good. So if you play it down, you have your animation. Good. Boom. Let's play it again. So that's it for this video. I hope you did learn something. I'll see you in the next one.